Good day, everyone. My name is Baguinang. I'm here to discuss the first line of defense, the perimeter barrier. So, um, the reporter, Russell John Baguinang, yours truly, and Mr. Patrick KARL ARRIETA. So, let's proceed to my topic. So, the purpose of the perimeter barrier. So, we say barrier, it is a kind of um, security device that could be to secure our property for unwanted visitors. So, for example, walls and and fences. So, what are the purpose of the perimeter barrier? So, to define the boundaries of the property to be secured, to create the physical and psychological deterrent to unauthorized entry, to delay the intrusion, this facilitating the apprehension of the intruders, to assist is more efficient and economical employment of guards, to facilitate the improve the control of the pedestrian and vehicular vehicles. So let's proceed. Types of the perimeter barriers. So wire fences. It is the constructed of 7-foot material excluding of top guard. It must be 9 gauge or of heavier mesh opening are not to be larger than 2 inches per side. It should be twisted and gar- barbed barb selvage at the top and bottom must be securely fastened of the rigid metal and reinforced concrete must be reached with 2 inches of hard ground or paving. On smooth ground must be reached below surface deep enough to compensate for shifting soil or sand. So it is a wire fence. It is a security. It is the main purpose. It is for security from property from unwanted intruders. It is also easy to install. It because it is use a a it is a use for some materials to install that security fences. Bob Bob wire fences. Standard wire is twisted double strand 12 gauge wire with 4-point barbs, spaced an equal distance apart. Must be less 7 feet high, excluding top guard. Must be firmly affixed to posts not more than 6 feet apart. The distance between the strand must be not extend exceed 6 inches at the least. One wire will be interlaced vertically and midway between posts. So, barbed wire is the primary use is to construction and expensive fences and also used to security measure atop walls to surround property. As a wire obstacle, it is the major features to fortification of the trench welfare. So next, concertina wire fence. So standards concertina wire fence. It is the it is Wire is to commercially manufacture wire coil and high-strength steel bob wire clip other intervals to from a cylinder. It is open certina wire is 50 feet long, 3 feet in diameter. So as you can see, the concertina wire, it is a um, form of cylinder shape. Uh, so next is top the top guard. The top guard is the overhead barbed wire along the top of the fences facing towards and upward approximately 45 degrees angle. Top guard is supporting arms will be permanently affixed and fence post to increase overall height fence at least 1 foot. Three strand of barbed wires is the space 6 inches apart the installation of the supporting arms. So next, clear zone. Clear zone, it is 20 feet more exists between the perimeter barrier and exterior structure, parking areas, and natural man-made feature. A clear zone is a 50 feet or more exists between the perimeter barrier and structure within the protected areas. It is except the building walls constitute part of the perimeter barrier. So next is building walls. Building walls is the floor roofs and other combinations serve also as barrier and must be such construction to provide uniform protection just like the wire facing. Mansionary walls height must be same of the chain link and surmounted of barbed wire top guard. In the height of the mansionary is less to prescribe an additional um, chain link chain link as the topping of the place attain the maximum requirements. Walls made stone stubs and post regular intervals and prevent walls and collapsing. So next, bodies of water. So bodies of water is like a river, lakes, marsh, pond, and other bodies of water forming apart the walls, building, or facing such never considered adequate nature of perimeter barrier. And additional security measure like wire fence, creating concrete walls, security, patrolling, and flood lighting may be necessary for proportion of the perimeter. So second line, defense, building exterior. So next is the roof. Roof is usually to shielding place over the rather often horizontal wooden boards placed flush to rafters. So scaffolding may be covered with the felt of insulating materials. This is foundation layer of covered with stainless metal sheet, tar papers, tiles, and other weather-resistant materials. So it is really important to have a roof because it is support from any calamities, especially the any um any weather rather. It to like to support a rain fall and also the sunlight. So exterior walls may be similarly constructed with the shifting place diagonally on vertical stood and covered with shortening papers. Exterior walls, this is usually top of the exterior materials, such as compress the overlapping horizontal boards and vinyl siding. Exterior surface of the building, it is constructed such as materials such as brick, concretes, blocks, stone blocks, cylinder blocks, and etc. So next is concrete structure. An ordinary concrete building walls, because of its rugged or formidable appearance, may give impression that it offers good protection against penetration. But also, the standard pour of concrete or concrete blocks walls, it is utilized to support the structural loads of used to certain walls, enclosed spaces between the load and burying walls, but it is normally designed to prevent to delay penetration. Concrete walls that is 6 inches less than thickness and vulnerable and penetration hand tools small amount of the explosives. So the for example, the bolt cutters can be used to cut small size reinforced bars or rebar. Usually the number 4 less than, sometimes it is the 4 inches. It used to principally to certain spaces between the columns and offers to little penetration against even moderate force. So, however, the small amount of the explosive supplemented of hand tools quickly to penetrate them. Wall thicker than 8 inches usually to vault construction. Standard concrete, it is a block walls without reinforcement materials are easily penetrate with the hand tools and power tools explosive. The strength these walls is the increase of materially filling and hollow cores of create to install rebars. So, next reporter is Mr. Patrick Carl Arianeta.
Next slide. Floors. This surface may be covered with a building papers and flooring such as tiles, crocker, rubbery or aluminum or wood. Floors. Ang floors, it can pwede siya may tiles, pwede siya semento lang o walay budget. Pwede po og dato kayo, pwede po siya kahoy. Next slide. Interior walls. Ang sulod sa kwarto. Interior walls and ceiling may be construct a lot and plaster. Ang interior walls kay nasa pinakasulod na, like for example sa kwarto, and interior walls are construct with plaster, gi-finishing na kanang gi-umana jud siya, tapos ang interior walls pwede pud siya kahoy ay plywood ana covered basta nasulod interior walls. Next slide. Ceiling may be covered with acoustic or decorative tiles. Ang ceiling, pwede siya pangdato, pwede siya glass, pwede siya tiles daw, tapos pwede siya og kuan, wala mo'y kwarta, pwede ra kahoy. Next slide. Doorways, including frame jobs and stops, are constructed with either wood or metal. Doorways are of two general application, personal and vernacular. Doorways kanang makita nimo miski asa basta musulod kag bagong balay. Like pwede siya glass, pwede siya kahoy, pwede po siya sliding. Next slide. Got two general application of personal doorways. Both outer and inner walls may be single or double. Ang pasabot sa personal doorways kay kuan, pwede siya same sa mall. Dua ang doorways nila nang bago ka mosulod napay glass, tapos sunod glass sa sad. Ana, pwede siya single, pwede na siya isa, pwede po siya dua. Ang vernacular doorways kay maybe also serve as entrance and exit for personnel. Like for me, vernacular doorways is like fire exit for me. Para sa kwa ang vernacular doorways kay fire exit ana. Next slide. Windows are designed to provide ventilation, natural illumination, or visual access through a wall or any combination of the three. Ang windows ang kuan, ang para pwede na nimo siya abrihan, pwede po na siya design lang sliding, pwede ra nimo screen kuan, pwede na siya limbutyan yung design, pwede na siya pila ka combination, tulo ba, isa lang, or plain ana. Next slide. Add and other openings. In addition of doors, windows are very wide variety of other openings in the roof and walls and floors may be required consideration. Ang pasabot na diri sa other openings ay kuan, doors wide variety, roof walls o floor may be considered daw. And that's all. Thank you. I hope you learned something. Thank you.